I thought the microphone would work, but apparently you need a Apple connection, and this device has a USB-C, which is, it's an Apple, but it's an iPad Pro, so it doesn't have the same connection as a iPhone. Anyways, powerbuilding is not really a sport, so it's more of a term that gym goers have used to combine two different types of training, specifically powerlifting and bodybuilding. Basically uses powerlifting and the strength adaptation of programming for powerlifting and the high rep ranges and volume and hypertrophy of bodybuilding to put together a program that utilizes both and makes the person who does powerbuilding basically all-around athletes who can lift heavy weights and do high repetitions at the same time. So it basically builds a really good foundation and strength for all movements, although I will say it's not the same as, for instance, strongman. Strongman is the ultimate sport, basically, because you lift heavy weights no matter what weight they are, no matter what size they are, no matter what shape they are. You lift it for, I don't know, a couple of reps, maybe as many reps as you can. But it's the ultimate feat of strength, which is basically strongman, the sport. Some people compare powerbuilding to strongman, but it's not the same, because powerbuilding is in the gym. You have handles on the weights that you're using. You are building the physique that you want, whereas with strongman, they don't really care about your physique. They're just trying to lift as much weight as possible, as quickly and as powerfully as possible. One thing I will say about powerbuilding is it is very effective, to say the least. It gives you the conditioning of bodybuilders. So if you were looking for like leanness and stuff, it will give you that conditioning, because it is obviously high repetitions and volume training. Obviously, the stronger you get with the strength portion of the powerbuilding program, the more weight you can lift in the bodybuilding side of the powerbuilding program. So of course they go hand in hand, because hypertrophy and strength go hand in hand with each other. But typically with powerlifters will do their strength-based programming, obviously for squat, bench, and deadlift, and then move on to accessories, which will be their other main lifts, or not their other lifts. So this is similar to powerbuilding, but obviously powerbuilding is focused a lot on getting bigger and stronger at the same time, whereas powerlifting is more just getting stronger and using your accessories to make your main lift stronger. Not really so much about gaining size. Although I will say, to get stronger, some guys like to get heavier and bigger. So in a way, powerlifters can be considered power builders. It just depends on what you like to do in your training sessions and how you adapt your training to your body. Because at the end of the day, your body reacts to stimulus and it adapts to that, and however you eat and however you train basically determines what you look like and how strong you are. It's also to basically become a hybrid athlete. I don't know if you've heard those terms, hybrid athlete. A hybrid athlete is basically someone who does a whole range of different movements, whether it be for strength, for power, for endurance, for stability, any and all forms of exercise, they combine into one program. And that's, you'll hear a lot of people say hybrid or powerbuilding program. It's almost the same thing. Powerbuilding obviously is powerlifting with bodybuilding, and hybrid athlete is everything put together, similar like CrossFit. But with CrossFit is more do as many reps as you can in a certain amount of time to win a competition. That's another thing about powerbuilding. There's no specific competition for it. So if you want to compete in anything and you're a power builder, you basically have to compete in powerlifting or bodybuilding or CrossFit or strongman. It's not an official sport where you can go, okay, I'm going to go compete against other power builders to be the best power builder. No, if you want to be the best power lifter or the best bodybuilder or the best CrossFitter in your category, then obviously you would go and compete against people in those federations and whatnot. A way to basically do power building. So a lot of people ask, how do you do power building, or how do you create a program for power building? The basic premise of it is you take your main compound for like a powerlifting program, say for instance a bench press. You do your main sets of that, say like 4 sets of 5 or 5 sets of 5 or 6 sets of 3 or however you do it. Once you've done those sets, obviously it's going to take a while, you move on to more of a higher rep range style of training. So you would do more bodybuilding style where you do 20 to 30 reps of incline dumbbell presses. You do 10 to 15 reps of cable flies. You basically work through all the different rep ranges in your bodybuilding phase of the program. And that basically allows you to build as much size and volume for that portion. Whereas the powerlifting portion, so your initial exercise, say for instance bench press, you would have done your strength movement, which would be lower rep ranges between 2 and 5 reps. I like to keep it between minimum 2 to 3 reps for strength, going all the way up to like 5, 6, maybe even 8 reps sometimes, because in order to get stronger, you really need to do reps. You're not going to get stronger by doing 1 reps all the time, which I've seen a lot of guys do. 1 reps, they hurt themselves. They put themselves off training for a while because they hurt their hip flexor or their calf or their hamstring, and then now they're not making progress. So their linear progression is not optimal. So doing 1 rep is not really the best, because basically you're doing a 90% and above of your 1 rep max, and it's really dangerous. So I don't suggest that people do that. Work on your rep ranges, because obviously the stronger you are on your rep ranges, the stronger your 1 rep max will be going forward. Yeah, so power building is powerlifting based initially for your first main compound movements. You could, for power building, say on your back day, you could choose deadlifts, or you could choose like pendlay rows, or you could choose barbell rows, but do like really heavy sets to get stronger, to work the main compound of that movement. And after that, move on to your like dumbbell work or your cable work or your body weight work, and just do higher reps and really get that blood flow into the muscle, because obviously the more blood flow you have into the muscle, the more volume, the more size it's going to grow, the more it's going to tear the muscle, and thereby when you eat, you're going to grow more muscle. So it's really a very beneficial type of training, although a lot of people don't like the term power building because it's not an official sport or whatever. At the end of the day, like, training is training. So adapt your training to how you want, do what you want, whatever your goal is, basically choose what you want to do and you do it. And if you get the results, fantastic, keep going. If you don't, then try something different, you know? So on another note, we've just launched our website, heavymetallifting.co.za. We are South African based, so anyone overseas wanting stuff like merchandise and stuff, I'm actually wearing a hoodie right now. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty cool. We've got other stuff on the website as well, so if you guys want that, you can order. It's really nice. This is quite a thin jersey, so I think it's great for training. It's not going to make you like overheat, and it's not going to leave you freezing cold when it's like a cold day or a rainy day or whatever. So it's got a hood. Yeah, but we have shirts, we have pants, we have socks, bags, women's gear, women's leggings, sports bras. If you guys are keen, go check out the website, www.heavymetallifting.co.za. I've also got programs on there, so if you want personalized programs, you can connect with me directly, and obviously I'll write a program specifically for you, but obviously I'll need more information on you, so that's why we connect directly. There's also standardized programs. There's the heavy lifter, which is for the powerlifters. It's more of a power building style of training, so it has your heavy reps, heavy sets, and your volume training after that. So it's the best of both worlds, really. I would suggest doing the heavy lifter. But then again, there's also just the bodybuilder guys who don't like doing like those heavy reps with like deadlifts and squats and stuff. So there's also the architect, where you sculpt your body and you basically mold it into how you want it to look aesthetically. After that, there's obviously the home body for people who really just want to stay at home, don't really like going to gym, don't like being in big crowds. I think it would be a really good option for a lot of people, so let me help you. Thanks guys, I hope this was very informative. Yeah.